Hi, my name is Sofia Rivers and I'm a relationship counselor here in Plantation, Florida. I get asked all the time the question of how do we know when a marriage is failing? One of the first places to get started is to look at how is the trust in the relationship. Has there been a betrayal or an affair that it maybe was recently discovered, or it happened in the past but it feels that we haven't really healed properly? Trust is a very important element in the relationship. It's not only about affairs or betrayals, it can also be promises that were broken in other ways. And these are very important topics to address if we find that we are fighting about constantly, or it feels that we just haven't been the same since those situations have happened. Next, I like to focus on commitment. Commitment is the idea of for better or for worse, right? Are we in a place in the relationship that we still see possibly a future between us? There's an understanding that we are not doing well right now. We may be actually doing really bad right now, but we still want to see what could happen if things got better. Therefore, there are no actions of divorce, meaning moving out, separating joint accounts if there were one before. And there's a willingness, say, to talk things out. There's a willingness to go to counseling. There's a willingness to try to figure things out. So we need two people that are somewhat committed. I understand that sometimes people are really defeated after lots of issues in their relationship, but they still may have that desire to see where can things go if we put some work into it. After these two elements of trust and commitment, we start looking at how's the friendship of the relationship. Friendship in a relationship also includes intimacy. So we want to feel like we are best friends, and we also want to feel that we have a satisfying sex life. How do we know if we're still best friends in the relationship? We feel that we know each other still, both in the simple things like likes, dislikes, as well as we feel we can talk about our problems, our stressors, our wishes, our desires, and we can talk about our sex life. In terms of intimacy, it's not only about frequency, but also about satisfaction. We want to be able to have conversations about this and continue to enhance our sex life. There's also conflict management. In any relationship, we're going to have issues and we will have to face conflict. So how we face the conflict is crucial in the relationship. Are you in a state in your relationship that you feel that there are specific topics that you shouldn't bring up because it feels like World War III is going to get started? Or does it feel like you just don't want to talk because at any point there could be an argument and you just want to avoid any possibility of going there? Arguments in relationships vary from money, sex life, parenting, how to manage our in-laws, and there could be many other ones, but those are usually the top 4 topics that most couples struggle with, because all of those topics have a lot of passion behind them, a lot of beliefs that are attached to any of those areas, so they tend to be the most difficult ones to address. Finally, we want to evaluate if we still have common dreams and visions for our relationship. What's the next phase like? And we want to be able to have points of connection regarding that, basically rituals and traditions that make those dreams come true. So if we don't have rituals or traditions like date nights, how do we celebrate holidays, how do we celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, and a few other things that we might want to celebrate in our life, then we need some work there. So basically the most important areas are to address: do we feel there's trust in the relationship? Do we feel there's commitment in the relationship? Our friendship, our intimacy, our conflict management skills, and as well, how do we create a future with common visions and goals? A couple may struggle with one of these areas or all of these areas, and they all both may have the same chances at turning around their relationship. So does this mean that a couple only having an issue in only one of these areas may get divorced? Yes. Does it mean that some couples that struggle with all of these areas may save their marriage? Absolutely. I have seen both, and it is very complex to understand why that may be, but it has to do with your resilience as a person and how you perceive problems and how you learn to progress through the therapy process, how you pick up on skills and tools. It depends on a lot of different factors. But I'll tell you that there's only one common ingredient in all the couples that work through their marriage and succeed, no matter if they have the one topic to deal with or all of them. It's really the willingness to work on it and the love that they have for their significant other. So I encourage you to read the blog that I wrote. The link is in the comments below, so you will pick up on a few other things that I talked about in a more detailed manner there. To learn more about me, go to my website at www.sofiarabarosa.com. Again, my name is Sofia Rabarosa, and I'm a relationship counselor here in Plantation, Florida. Till next time.